Hi, this is Equalz, and today we're going to introduce the ACE switches by Reymo. The ACE switches are known as a variant of the TTC Go-Ping switches. When the Go-Ping switches first came out, I didn't have a chance to get my hands on it, so today, let's talk about them. Let's look at appearance first. The ACE switches share the same color philosophy as the Go-Ping switches. The color of the stem determines a basic color tone for its design, with a lighter green bottom housing and an RGB-friendly transparent top. The ACE switches have a pleasant, eye-catching outlooking, and it is definitely the one I want to use when I'm in a good mood. The ACE are the first customized switches that share the same node with TTC Go-Pings, and I happen to have both of them. So let's do a side-by-side comparison to see what the same and what the difference. TTC for the first time used a PCB-mounted design on the ACE switches, which means it has two extra pins on the bottom. Also, the TTC logo on these two switches are slightly different, which means most likely TTC designed a brand new mode for the ACE switches. On the stem of the Go-Pings, there is a little T-shaped notch, while it is a smooth surface on the ACE switches. Such a difference indicates that the stem of the ACE switches is redesigned with a different molding point, but it doesn't make any difference when it comes to smoothness. Comparing to Go-Pings, the ACE also made some changes at the stem slider and the bottom housing. The slider at the side of stem is narrower, which provides better smoothness at the cost of more stem wobbling. But thanks to the box exclosure design of the stem and the wider bottom pole, stem stability is not an issue for the ACE switches. Okay, spouts. The ACE switches actuate at 53 grams and bottom out at 60 grams. ACE and Go-Pings have an actuation distance of 2 mm and a total travel distance of 4 mm. The Go-Pings was known for its 22 mm double-step long spring, which provides a strong rebound with the operating force of 37 grams. The ACE used the same spring design as the one on the Go-Pings, but it was a little bit different than what I was expected. In general, it keeps the feeling of regular linear switches, but when you press down the stem, you can feel the strong resistance from the spring against your finger. Of course, you might say, hey, every switch does that. That is true, but this kind of feeling was amplified on ACE switches. For example, imagine you're trying to push a basketball into water. I personally think for ACE switches, pushing your finger is a better description than catching your fingers. One of the reasons people like the ACE switches is the factory lube. It's consistent and pretty well lubed. But in my opinion, lubing is one of the most important parts of custom keyboards. You can lube your switches according to your own preference, and most importantly, to have a high degree of consistency. At least for me, there's no single switch on the market that its factory lube meets my requirement, although the ACE and Go-Pings did a pretty good job. If you are strict with consistency, like myself for example, I highly recommend buying a little bit more switches than needed, relube them, and selecting those switches with good consistency. If you don't have any extras, you can put those switches with better consistency on the alpha keys and the rest of them on modifiers. By doing so, most likely you will get an overall consistent experience. So, after using the ACE switches for several days, here's my thought. Thanks to the strong rebounds of the spring, the ACE switches have a solid, reliable typing experience. Comparing to a normal linear spring, you will feel that every keystroke stands out to you. Although the spring is about 15 grams heavier than the Go-Pings, it is still comfortable to type on for a long time. As for smoothness, it is smooth, but it's not the way I was expected. Due to the clear keystroke, it feels like a heavy tactile when you type fast. So probably I won't use ACE as my daily driver, but one thing for sure, I will use it for gaming. In terms of sound, the ACE switches are damper comparing to the Go-Pings, probably due to the wider stem pole I mentioned before. But in general, the typing experience is clear and crispy, just like its color. In conclusion, the ACE switches are different from all the linears I've used before. It is interesting, unique, and definitely worth a try. Would you purchase the ACE switches? Please let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching this video, I appreciate it. Subscribe, hit the like button. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.